We are watching that big rain event off to our east this week. And as I said, this is going to be several days with just a slow moving system, weakening as it moves inland, but still bringing a lot of rain, it looks like, to Florida, Georgia, and probably South Carolina, as well as maybe North Carolina, parts of it at least as well. And this will take us through most of this week. You can see those watches and warnings out, and it really isn't much longer that we're expecting a landfall here to the east of Panama City, around the Big Bend of Florida. At least this isn't the most populated part of Florida, but there is going to be some significant wind, of course. There's some surge along the coast tonight and tomorrow, and obviously heavy rain already ongoing in parts of the state. Now, we are expecting it to continue to move inland, slow down, kind of lose the steering that it's had, but it does look like it will be still a strengthening Category 1 hurricane at landfall sometime early tomorrow, and then just taking all week to move up the coast, maybe meandering out into the western Atlantic again, getting a little bit more strength perhaps, and still bringing rain to these parts of the southeast coast of the U.S. So again, 6 to 12 inches, but some spots will easily get more than that. I think maybe 18 or 20 inches on the high end. And then here we are for the next 7 days. This is our rain forecast, and we have barely anything expected. So you know what that means. We're going to be heating up without a whole lot of rain this week. We do have a next wave out in the Atlantic. It is not into the Caribbean yet, but this one, we have a really long time to watch it. It's got to cross the entire Caribbean and then maybe eventually make it toward Yucatan, Bay of Campeche, and then one model, at least the European model, does bring it into Mexico. And this is clearly the one the National Hurricane Center is basing its general forecast area on, or development area, and you can see it here. Now, I want to point out, we're going to have so long to watch this. This is the forecast on August 13th. It's August 4th today. So we're going to be talking about this as it stays. It looks like pretty messy across the Caribbean, and then maybe eventually organizes somewhere in this general area in the southern Gulf. But we are looking at the upper pattern, which might help us out along part of the Gulf Coast at least. Here's Debby losing the trough that's drawn it to the north and sort of just meandering over here. Here's the big high that's keeping us super hot this week. And note that as we get toward that same August 10th, 11th, 12th timeframe, here is the high building even closer and closer to our part of the Gulf Coast and South Texas. So that's why the European model just keeps everything far to the south. So we will see. We have a long time to watch it. We'll keep you updated. At this point, though, we have no threats for the next 7 days or longer. And the main thing, again, is the heat. Very hot weather as that big rain event is happening off to our east through this week.